In the news this week, researchers warn that juvenile abuse will continue unless more actions are taken.
Plus, prestigious hotel brand returns to transform the CBD.
And on Western Perspective, on the rise, WA on the fringe as the state's crime rate skyrockets.
This is the Evening News with Ivan Lung and Daniel Stanislaw.
Good evening. Suicide prevention researchers claim the alleged abuse incident in Dondale were known by families and bureaucrats for a long period of time. Researchers are warning that the abuse will continue unless the Royal Commission expands its remit.
The fallout of the Dondale scandal continues, with experts warning that juvenile abuse will be swept under the radar again. Suicide prevention researcher and human rights lawyer Jerry Gergatos said the alleged abuses were known by families and bureaucrats for decades.
Sadly, disturbingly, tragically, what's gone on for decades will continue to go on unless the Royal Commission expands its remit. 2 weeks ago, ABC Four Corners had uncovered systematic mistreatment and abuse of children in Northern Territory's Dondale Detention Centre. Australians responded with demonstrations in major capital cities as Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull announced a Royal Commission into the matter. Mr. Gergatos is urging both federal and state governments to investigate the reasons behind disadvantaged juveniles. We know what we need to do to address the issues. We know what opportunities we have in juvenile detention for early intervention to help them not to come back and reoffend.
Marianne Candelara, WAMN News.
An exciting new transformation is underway at Elizabeth Quay with the construction of the new Ritz Carlton Hotel. A sod-turning ceremony was held at the building site, with Premier Colin Barnett stating the project creates 1,200 local jobs. Nelson Liu reports.
It's taken a while, but it's finally begun. Construction of Elizabeth Quay's first new development.
Today is a very important milestone with the start of construction of the first major project.
Among the plans, a 204-room Ritz Carlton hotel and almost 400 residential apartments in 2 towers, worth $400 million.
We are indeed honoured to be chosen by the people of Western Australia for this very far-sighted and a landmark project.
Construction is set to create around 1,200 new jobs, with more expected when dining, retail and entertainment businesses move in, aimed to boost tourism in the state. But uncertainty remains about the success of Elizabeth Quay's developments following recent water park controversies.
I know some people have been sceptical and say, when's the development going to happen? Well, it hasn't taken long.
Since Elizabeth Quay opened in January, it has been a huge success, with now over 3 million visitors to Elizabeth Quay.
There's still concerns about how long it's taken Elizabeth Quay to fully get off the ground, but Premier Colin Barnett says it's a development worth waiting for. Nelson Liu, WAMN News.
Police are investigating a burglary happened on the 3rd of August at 2:30 a.m. after a vehicle was used to smash the front window of a store on Coolbellup Avenue. A man then entered the premise and stole a number of items.
It'll be fixed up by tomorrow, or tomorrow morning, afternoon-ish. So I guess at the moment I just have to be on standby and make sure everything's alright, because the alarm's still going. So.
Police described the suspect as large built and bald. He was wearing white shoes, jeans and a large jacket. Anyone with information should call Crime Stoppers.
The Ascot's Gravy Park has received a facelift, with the state government's Riverbank funding the program. The City of Belmont also participated in the program by contributing $1.5 million. The revitalisation improves the park's new viewing deck just in time for this weekend's Avon Descent Festival.
This was a heavily eroded area, so these works give a hard edge and they stop that erosion, and that directly feeds into river health.
Protecting the river is very important to the city. The river is a huge asset to not only the City of Belmont but the state.
Acting Japanese Consul General Toshio Ida and Coburn Mayor Logan Howlett together commemorate the city's 31st Hiroshima Day event. In August 1945, the United States dropped 2 nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which led to the end of World War II. Mr. Ida presented the city with a prestigious Japanese Foreign Minister's commendation in recognition of his ongoing commitment to commemorate Hiroshima Day and for the promotion of mutual understanding between Japan and Australia.
Importantly, we involve the community and the children of our community so they can gain an understanding and appreciation that we should all be working towards world peace, and whatever we can do individually and collectively will be an important move towards that objective.
Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump's wife, Melania Trump, has denied that she has worked illegally as an immigrant. She has responded to reports from online website Politico alleging that she worked in 1995 without work authorization. In a statement, Mrs. Trump denied the accusations and said the report is inaccurate. She stressed that she has complied with the immigration law and the allegations aren't true.
And finally, before we leave you tonight, here are the latest medal results for the Rio Olympic Games. And from both of us, good luck to Team Australia. And those are the top stories you need to know this week. We have the latest news on our website and Facebook.
Here is Nelson Liu with Western Perspective. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thanks, Ivan and Danielle. Hello and welcome to Western Perspective. I'm Nelson Liu.